10 crucial organizing practices that will permanently change the way you live. One secret is shared by the world's most well-organized people. In the first place, they never allow mess to occur. Some people want stress-free environments that almost organize themselves, while others spend whole weekends tidying up chaos. I'm Marcus, and I'll outline the precise routines that expert organizers follow to maintain pristine homes without putting in a lot of effort in the following few minutes. We concentrate on techniques created especially for older adults who wish to achieve the greatest possible outcomes with the least amount of work. If you're new here, don't forget to hit the notification bell and subscribe. These suggestions will permanently alter your perception of your living area. In order to assist others learn these revolutionary habits, please give this video a thumbs up if you find even one habit useful. I have something to tell you that may surprise you. Talent, money, or even time aren't what set organized people apart from the rest. It's just figuring out which behaviors have the most effects with the least amount of work. Most people have never heard of these techniques, which have been refined over years by professional organizers. The first habit is to replace black holes with intelligent storage zones. Making what I refer to as storage black holes is the biggest error people make. There are those vast voids where everything vanishes forever. Without separators, anything in a large drawer, closet, or a storage container would inevitably become jumbled and hard to locate. Astute planners have a different perspective. They divide each storage area into more manageable, focused sections. They utilize little containers to keep belts, socks, and knickers apart inside a large dresser drawer. Baking supplies are kept apart from regular dishes in a kitchen cupboard using bins. They designate specific spaces in a bedroom armoire for various kinds of bedding. Your brain can process organized zones far more quickly than chaotic piles, which is why the magic occurs. You can locate what you need in seconds rather than minutes when everything has a place. Over the course of weeks and months, this small adjustment saves a significant amount of time and lessens everyday frustration. Start with a single area of your house that is problematic. Invest in some low-cost containers. Old shoeboxes also function flawlessly. And make logical divisions inside that area. When everything has a designated home, you'll be astounded at how much easier it is to maintain organization. The second habit is to learn how to say no to excess. This is a fact that those who are organized fully comprehend. Finding more storage is not the solution when storage rooms are overcrowded. It's to have fewer possessions. You've gone from being organized to feeling overburdened when the toy chest won't close, clothing are tumbling off hangers, and there are small paths between boxes in the garage. Expert organizers adhere to what is known as the container rule. It has no place in your house if it isn't comfortable in its assigned spot. This is quite liberating, even though it may sound harsh. You keep a collection of things that fit your actual living area, rather than continuously dealing with overflow. This does not imply a monastic lifestyle. It entails choosing carefully what belongs in your house. You haven't worn that lovely jumper in 2 years. The kitchen appliance that appears to be necessary but is seldom utilized. Most likely, you won't read those novels again. These things are making it difficult for you to preserve the things you genuinely love and utilize. Check one storage place every week to develop this habit. It's time to make some decisions if the goods are packed so tightly that you have trouble taking them out or replacing them. Say what you genuinely appreciate and use frequently. With someone who will truly value it, everything else can find a new home. The third habit is to develop organizing momentum by using reward schemes. The most successful housekeepers have a thorough understanding of human psychology. They are aware that quick rewards form enduring routines. Your brain releases hormones that make you feel good when you've finished organizing an area. However, purposefully including outside rewards enhances the experience's motivation and memorability. Establish milestones for rewards before beginning any organizing project. Enjoy a favorite snack or watch an episode of your favorite TV after organizing one closet. Give yourself a nice reward when you've tidied the entire bedroom. Perhaps a delicious meal, a minor buy you've been thinking about, or a fun pastime. The secret is to balance the effort put out with the reward. Tiny organizing chores result in tiny rewards. Larger celebrations are appropriate for major projects. Instead, then viewing organizing activities as a pointless chore, this fosters pleasant associations with them. Take pictures to record your progress. Comparing the before and after results gives delight in and of itself, and sharing these victories with loved ones enhances the happy emotion. Sharing real achievements on social media can turn it into a platform for support rather than comparison. Don't forget that organizing once isn't the end aim. The goal is to establish routines that will maintain your space's organization throughout time. Instead of avoiding harmful behaviors, rewards encourage your brain to repeat them. The fourth habit is to build smooth action chains. Instead of thinking in terms of discrete activities, professional organizers consider linked actions. They create what efficiency specialists refer to as behavioral hooks. Good habits flow effortlessly from one action to the next because of simple connections. Counters are automatically cleaned while dishes are being washed. They rapidly determine what belongs in the charity bag while putting away the laundry. They fold or hang up the clothes they aren't wearing as soon as they are dressed. Small mistakes are kept from growing into major issues by these coordinated activities. This method's advantage is that it only calls only a little bit more timing and awareness, no additional time. You finish activities while the necessary materials are in your hands and your concentration is on that area, as opposed to putting them off until later when you might forget or lose motivation. Find organic areas of connection in your daily routine to begin creating your own action chain. Spend a few additional seconds cleaning the kitchen counter after you finish your morning coffee. When you enter a room, take note of everything that is clearly out of place and put it back where it belongs. Over time, these small routines build up to much cleaner, more orderly living areas without requiring more effort. The fifth habit is to make decisions right away. Making judgments on placement right away, rather than dealing with mounds later, is one of the most effective habits of organized people. As soon as they're done with something, they put it back where it belongs. This behavior keeps what organizers refer to as decision debt from building up instead of temporarily putting it on hold. All those things lingering for you to determine their proper place. Decision debt eventually causes you to spend significant amounts of time organizing your accumulated belongings, which leads to visual clutter and a chaotic feeling in areas. Here, the 30-second rule is ideal. Do it right away. If putting anything away correctly takes less than 30 seconds. Coats should be hung up. Essential documents should be filed. Tools should be put back in their storage locations, and dishes should be placed in the dishwasher rather than on the counter. Because most people are conditioned to put off these minor duties, this behavior initially seemed strange. You won't want to go back to the old ways, though. Once you've experienced the calm that comes from going through a house where everything has its place. Begin by using only one type of items to practice this. Perhaps personal care items, kitchenware, or books. When you stop mentally noting things you need to put away later, you'll notice how much mental energy you save. The sixth habit is to keep up a steady supply of donations. Unwanted stuff never builds up in the houses of organized people. They keep up what expert organizers refer to as a donation pipeline, which is a mechanism for consistently eliminating things they no longer require or desire. Keep a special receptacle for donation items beside your exit door or in the trunk of your car. Because of this, adding items as you find them while going about your daily business is simple. Clothes that no longer fit or fit your lifestyle are thrown straight into the donation container as you're getting dressed. The extra kitchen tools end up in the same location when you discover you have duplicates during cooking. Making the donation procedure as simple as retaining undesired goods is crucial. You can tell when it's time to conduct a donation run when the container is full. This process is now made easy by the several philanthropic organizations that provide convenient pickup or drop-off places. Using seasonal reviews, some organizers methodically go through many belonging categories. The continuous approach, in which things are assessed and eliminated as necessary, is preferred by some. Keep up a steady pace of removing unnecessary stuff from your living area, regardless of the approach that best suits your personality and schedule. This practice stops the slow buildup of clutter that eventually overtakes so many houses. The seventh habit is to make the most of vertical storage options. Expert organizers are aware that while wall space is frequently underutilized, floor space is valuable real estate. To keep things accessible while keeping floor space free, they install wall-mounted storage systems, hooks, and hanging organizers. Coats, bags, and other commonly used things are kept at eye level on hooks in entryways, so they are convenient to get and put away. In kitchens, hanging racks keep cooking tools accessible but off counters, and magnetic strips securely store knives on walls. Over-the-do organizers allow towels and toiletries to be stored in bathrooms without taking up counter or floor space. There is a strong psychological component to vertical storage. Spaces appear purposefully organized rather than unintentionally tidy when objects are hung neatly on the wall. The fact that someone looks after their living space is evident to visitors right away. Search your house for any empty wall space that might be used for storage. The sides of cabinets, the backs of doors, and the walls next to workstations or desks. Frequently used objects can be stored in these spaces without adding visual clutter. High-quality hooks and hanging systems are low-cost investments that yield long-term benefits in terms of organization and aesthetic appeal. The eighth habit is to adapt storage to your belongings. The majority of people attempt to fit their possessions into whatever storage space they may have. The opposite is true for organized people. They modify their storage arrangements to precisely fit their real belongings. You may create the precise spacing your things require in pantries, bookcases, and closets with adjustable shelving. You may make the most of every inch of storage space rather than squandering it above short items or packing tall objects into insufficient areas. This is true for refrigerator shelf heights, drawer dividers, and even furniture placement. Everything fits correctly and appears purposefully arranged when storage systems correspond with the sizes and amounts of your possessions. Measure the available space and the objects you need to keep in your most difficult storage spots. Frustrating storage may frequently be transformed into perfectly useful organization with a few easy shelf height modifications or the addition of suitable dividers. Making storage that complements rather than detracts from your lifestyle is the aim. The ninth habit is to act like a store manager. Instead of using arbitrary categories, retail establishments arrange their merchandise according to their functions. Additionally, this similar idea is quite effective in houses. Based on your real cooking habits, construct functional zones rather than keeping all kitchen things in one place, regardless of when you use them. Breakfast foods share a common space. Breakfast plates, toasters, coffee makers, and cereals. Cleaning supplies are kept in groups close to their most used location. The same reasoning holds true for the rest of your house. Arrange your keys, wallets, sunglasses, and commonly used accessories in a going-out station close to your departure door. Prepare a space for a movie night with cozy blankets, favorite munchies, and remote controls. Because everything you need for a given job is kept together, zonal thinking saves time and mental resources for routine chores. Hunting through several places to get goods is not what you're doing. They're already set up according to your real lifestyle. Keep an eye on your weekly and daily schedule, then arrange your possessions to complement those innate trends. The 10th habit is to emotionally distance yourself from things that you don't use. The capacity to make pragmatic decisions regarding belongings without becoming bogged down by sentimental attachments or hypothetical situations is the last habit that distinguishes genuinely organized people from the rest. They are aware that storing things for emergencies frequently results in them never being used, wasting time and space. They understand that it is disrespectful to the giver to keep presents they don't like, making use of their living area for activities they genuinely enjoy. This does not imply a lack of affection for valuable belongings. It entails learning to be picky about the things that actually need room in your life right now. The objective is to surround yourself with possessions that meet your current needs and provide you with true fulfillment. Asking direct inquiries about dubious things is a good way to practice this. How recently have I used this? Do I have anything better that accomplishes the same goal? If I didn't already have something, would I still decide to bring it into my house today? Isn't it preferable than having things collect dust in my closet? If someone else finds it more enjoyable than I do? Living in areas that accurately represent your current priorities and way of life, rather than being museums of former passions and imagined futures, is the prize for practicing emotional discipline. Because they deal with the underlying causes of disorganization instead than just its symptoms, these 10 habits are effective. Consistently putting them into practice makes keeping your home organized effortless rather than taxing. Start with only one habit that you find most fulfilling. Before introducing another strategy, refine that one. Recall that perfection is not the aim. It's a step closer to having living areas that help you live your best life. Which of these practices do you believe will have the most impact on your household? Tell me in the comments section below. I read each one and frequently respond with more advice tailored to your circumstances. If this video gave you a fresh perspective on organization, please forward it to someone who could use these tips. For more useful advice that makes housework simpler and more pleasurable, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Your tidy, tranquil house is ready for you. These behaviors are what you're going to acquire, Mom.